Microfinance Bank imejitolea muhanga kwa kuwawezesha Wakenya kupata fedha kwa urahisi ili kujenga rasilimali na kujiendeleza. Maisha ya jamii yamebadilika na kuimarika. Msingi wa jamii ni utulivu wa familia iliyoimarika. Ukiwa na mradi unayohitaji kuimarishwa, tuna utu. Karibu zungumze nasi. Caritas Microfinance Bank.
Imarika, imarika we.
Good morning and welcome to Capuchin TV, a Catholic broadcasting ministry. And first of all, we apologize that we have started this discussion from the Caritas Microfinance Bank a little bit late, but we were experiencing some technical hit. We apologize for that. And Merry Christmas, from Capuchin TV. And thank you for tuning in for this discussion. And I hope you are enjoying yourself with your friends, family, your loved ones, and also even your colleagues, and hoping that you're keeping safe, the guidelines from the Ministry of Health. And, remember that next week we shall be opening, the students shall be opening the school. And it's always good to, plan yourself for the finances. And that's why we as Capuchin TV have partnered with the Caritas Microfinance Bank to help you understand on the financial, institutions and how you can go about it. Maybe if you need a loan for your students and even for your, Catholic, depending on the churches, wherever you are, wherever you work, and even for your business. And today in studio, we are glad to be joined by one of the guests, and he will be introducing himself. And welcome, my name is Maureen Kimani, and stay tuned. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Maureen.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
How is the Christmas taking you?
It's good. You're enjoying?
Okay.
Yes.
That's good to hear. Maybe you can introduce yourself to our viewer.
Good morning, viewers. My name is Denis Ochenge. I work for Caritas Microfinance Bank as the Business Development Manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because you have said that you are a Business Development Manager, what does it entail?
The work of business development is to bring business to the institution. Mm-hmm. It basically entails marketing the bank, recruiting customers for the bank, making sure that the bank products are consumed by the customers. That is in terms of the products we offer, whether be it accounts, loans, and some of the services. So basically make sure that we are able to communicate to our customers what we offer, and also to encourage our customers to consume those products and services that the bank offers. Mm-hmm. That's the summary of the work of a business development manager.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Denis Ochenge, that is from Caritas Microfinance Bank, and he's the business development manager. And mainly you are situated in?
Based at Kadnotunga Plaza,
okay.
Right in the head office.
Okay,
yes.
It's the main office.
Yeah.
Okay. And because last week we had one of your colleagues and we talked at length, how Caritas Microfinance Bank has really grown.
Yes.
Maybe you can talk to our viewer and tell us what is the secret behind that.
Thank you, Maureen. I think it is true that we have grown over the last now 5 years. Maybe a bit of a recap. When the bank got its license, I think sometimes back in June of 2015, we had 0 customers. Mm-hmm. So I think since then we have marketed the bank and grew the customers, explained who we are, what we do, and some of the services we offer. And based on the customer trust and also the confidence of the customers, we have seen the bank grow. So for the last 3 years in a row, the bank has been voted as the fastest growing microfinance bank in Kenya. Mm-hmm. Some of those awards and recognitions do not happen because of the bank itself. It is because the customers have supported us. The customers have seen some of the products and services we offer. They make a difference in community. And also the way we do it, with a lot of care, with a lot of love, with a lot of compassion. That speaks to how customers have trusted us and also how they have given us an opportunity to serve them. So, but basically in terms of what is the secret, is just focusing on the customer, trying to understand what they need to be accomplished in their life, and also getting to tailor some of our solutions to suit some of their needs. And I think that has been the journey, trying to listen to customers and then making sure that the products and services we offer get to support the various aspirations of our customers, be they individuals, be they businesses, be they institutions and others.
To fit, everyone can fit in that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you so much. And maybe you can tell us what kind of products do you have?
Financial institutions where Caritas Microfinance Bank also is classified under. They offer what we call financial intermediation services. That's trying to make sure that those who want to save are given an opportunity to save, put money in the bank for safety to an interest, and among very many other goals individuals may have. I would expand on it maybe much later. But also those who want to borrow, or those who do not have may and who want to have access to funds, they are also able to access. So it basically means banks try to tailor a number of products to suit those who want to save, depending on their circumstances and their needs. And also they also make products for those who may want to borrow, depending on their needs and also the very purposes. For us as Caritas Microfinance Bank, we have savings accounts, and savings accounts are for customers who want to put something aside together for future needs or some other projects which they may want to do. So, and we have accounts for individuals. Our anchor product in terms of savings account is known as Nawiri, and you know Nawiri basically means an account which is meant to allow people to prosper. And like for parents, if I may give an example, and because we know schools are opening next week and others, so this account allows people to save. So some may be saving to pay school fees, some may be saving to do their weddings, some may save to also maybe undertake some other projects in future. So depending on very many other needs. And one of the reasons also some of our accounts are very good for customers is because we do not have the traditional ledger fees. So it's a pay as you go, but also with limits. And they are well customized for our customers. But also there are other savings accounts for either chamas or groups, because we know, especially in Kenya,
before we talk about the savings accounts, because that will be our next question.
Yeah.
Maybe, you talked about the parents, saving the Nawiri account. It's not a must they have to wait and take a loan so that they can be able, to take their students back to school.
Yes.
We can start maybe for them, they can start for the next year planning.
Yeah.
They can come to Caritas Microfinance Bank and start saving as earlier as possible.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yeah, we generally encourage customers, and it's part of what we call financial literacy, to plan themselves. Part of planning is trying to know what are some of the things you need to accomplish now and into the future, and you set timelines. So if for example, you now the next phase from next week and even this week, people are paying school fees. So if you have not been saving for the last many months, then you will come to the other side, because you don't have funds, then you will be forced somehow to borrow, either from the bank, friends and others. But for those who know, maybe in the month of, because now we have been told that especially those who are joining in either school for the first time, it will be around July or thereabout. That's the school calendars issued by the Ministry of Education. It basically means you have a kid who will join school for the first time, then save, because in the next 6 months you will be paying school fees. But generally it's a way to tell people, look at your short-term goals, look at your long-term goals, and then save for you to be able to accomplish that goal. I think, and we have very friendly accounts to make sure that some of those initiatives are supported. And it's generally leave our own education, because which is among the major. People also must save for emergencies. At times you don't know what the future holds for you. You don't know what is likely to come, so you save for some of those. You may want to invest, you may want to start a small business, and at times you want to have a bit of some time to be very sure and whether this is the kind of business you want to do, commonly known as in Kenya as your side hustle. So some of those they require savings, but you require a disciplined way to do it. And also, but in Caritas, there is a partner who knows that indeed there is a good platform, and also there are good financial solutions as far as making sure that you are able to save and building a savings culture.
Okay.
Yes.
And what loan products do you have, knowing next week, as you had said, that schools will be opening, and, parents, some of them, they have, shortcome on their financial, way, they have been spending time, with their families, some, bought them clothes and, other, Christmas gifts. What can you say?
I think one of the Caritas Microfinance Bank has a vision, which is to be the household bank that adds value to all. Part of that vision is to make sure that things which add value to households, and education is one of it, and we know how education makes a difference in society, in communities, and how the impact of education in transforming societies. So the bank is aware that not every other person is able to save enough to pay school fees. So in that regard, we did our own product known as a Kima Education Loan. So this loan product is specifically for paying school fees. And so in terms of application procedures, you come with your fee statement. So with the fee statement, we see how much you're supposed to pay. Then we also see whether you would be able to repay. We understand that COVID has had its fair share of impact to the economy, and also people are a bit in distress. So we are also a bit friendly in terms of how we appraise some of those, because also we know that the funds are being utilized for a noble cause. So once we are satisfied, we do make sure that the funds go to the school, because these are not funds for consumption. So whoever is coming, please come knowing that the funds will be remitted to the school for purposes of making sure that the children will stay in school, they access quality education, but also you are given an opportunity within a period of 1 year to be repaying the facility. And especially for those who are in business, this is a very nice facility, because with the impact of COVID, you don't want to take part of your capital to pay school fees, because then you kill your business. This allows you, as you continue doing your business, then you service the facility for school fees education through your profits, so that your business continues to grow, and then your children are in school, and both parties are enjoying. And then for us as a financial services provider and as a bank, we would have contributed towards one of the causes to which we really support. Yes.
Okay, since you talked about education is very important, they say education is wealth.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And how easy is it to get a loan from the Caritas Microfinance Bank?
There are three major issues which are considered more or less across all financial institutions. One is the appraisal deals with the ability, are you able to service the loan? So, and you evidence. So part of the evidence is saying, I'm a business person, and this is my business, this is my registration, these are my bank accounts. That bit of trying to say, how do you evidence that indeed you have a source of income to repay? Then the second bit is trying to provide that documentation for review, what we call general appraisal. And if for example, if you are employed and you want a school fees loan, then you just need a copy of your identification documents, maybe proof of your source of income, that's pay slips. We review and we see you have this affordability, then we give you the money. So it's a fairly straightforward procedure. And we have made it straightforward because we know that the funds will go to a noble cause, and nobody wants to disappoint their children. So the process is fairly straightforward. Just say, this is who I am, this is what I do, and this is how I plan to pay. That's all. But now that process gets supported by a few documents. Because if you say, I'm Maureen Kimani, then I will ask by the, please provide me with a copy of your ID and a career pin. If you tell me I'm an employee of Capuchin television, then I say by the, please provide me with evidence, either your contract and your 3 months pay slip. So it's just what you say and you support. And the process is straightforward. Yes.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
Okay. And since you were talking about the savings accounts,
Yeah.
you as Caritas Microfinance Bank, what savings accounts do you have?
So we have savings account for individuals. We have savings account for chamas. That's Maono savings account. We have also savings account for institutions, and other institutions want to invest funds through what we call fixed deposit accounts. So generally for the bank, we cater for all categories, and the solutions which we have caters for individuals, groups, name it. So, but also for those who are trading, we have accounts for them which are meant for those people who do business. That basically means people want to have access to a checkbook, whose transactions are always made, and they also want to make sure that the accounts they have, they are good enough for them to transact with convenience, but also without incurring a lot of cost. So we have also, and one of our flagship current accounts is known as Baraka. The naming of the accounts is a bit deliberate because it speaks to who we are and what we aspire to do. Yeah, and if you have, if you can imagine, you have a business and you have a Baraka account. So from the word go, you know you are looking for pressings.
Will be so successful.
Yes, and that is the only essence, that as you open that account, you must think of how to succeed, how to make sure you're people. And so that is the, we have a Baraka. But for, I know my colleagues who have been on this who have also said right, we have also some accounts for institutions, especially if I may talk of church institutions known as SEFAD account, where we also take care of the unique operating circumstances of them and make sure that the accounts are friendly and attractive enough to support the kind of activities which church institutions or faith-based institutions do. But generally speaking, you know, whenever we talk of accounts, we talk of what are the needs of our people and how do we structure some of the accounts we have to respond to the needs of our people. And it's the same concept even when we talk of loans, because we look at what are the needs of our people, what is the best way to structure some of our financial solutions to respond to them. Because we take also the local context, because it says a lot, because the way we as Kenyans do business is different from the way other people do business. So whatever we do, we also take care of how do we as a people want to do some other things. So, and I think the bank has tried to really try to make sure that we really understand our people and provide financial solutions which speak to what our people need, and also some of the things they want to be done, their particular aspirations, and we try to align. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Denis. And you know, we have maybe that one viewer who is watching us and would love to be, you know, part of Caritas. How does one become a Caritas Microfinance Bank agent?
Maybe before I speak of an agent, I wish to speak of how does one become a customer. Okay. Becoming a customer is varies and very friendly. We have seen a lot of transformation in the financial services industry for many years, specifically banking. So for you to have an account, because for you to become a member, then you must have an account. Having an account at individual level is just making sure that we have a copy of your ID and a KRA PIN. And currently with technology, I think some of these services can be facilitated because there is a lot of, you can transact online. So it is at the individual level, ID, KRA PIN, and then you start with what kind of product you want to start with. Maybe at corporate level is identification document, that this is the company. That's when we talk of give us proof of either company registration, or if it's a business name, give us proof that it's registered, provide with the maybe KRA PIN for the same, and then do a resolution by the directors to open the account, and then provide documents for the directors and the company, and it becomes also that straightforward. If it's maybe an institution, same sort of case like for the business, because proof of registration, resolution to open the account, and then you will provide what we call KYC documents, that's ID and KRA PIN, and then other supporting documentation to open the account. So the first is to open the account, and then you choose which sort of product you want to maybe take. So that speaks to how does one become a member. And I think we are coming up with also other friendly platforms to make sure that our people, regardless of where they are, they can be able to open accounts through what we call through technology, either through mobile, others you can log to our website, fill some other forms. So we are simplifying some of these processes every day. Now, speaking to how does one become an agent? Agents banking is part of what we call the channels in the bank. And the channels are many. How do our customers access our services?
How do you reach out to them?
Yeah, so customers can come to our branches. There are those customers who may prefer to use mobile banking because it's one of the channels. For them, they want to conveniently make a saving through the mobile phone, through either baby number, or make a withdrawal through either the mobile app or what we call a USSD platform. But also there are those who may want to use our cards, ATM cards, to access their funds and others as part of the channels. But also there are those who prefer agents banking. They like to see a person serving them. Even if it's not a bank customer, they like to see a person. So agents banking is one of the partnership between the bank and other businesses, person or other what we call third parties, to offer banking services on behalf of the bank. So to become an agent, you must prove that indeed you are in business and you have been operating for at least 1 year. You give us those documentations. Either you prove that these businesses you are, give us the registration certificate, give us the KLB at times for the business or for the proprietor, that is the individual who is operating the business. And then there are some forms to fill, which are statutory sort of forms. They have been guided by a Central Bank of Kenya. Then you fill those forms. We vet, we see you are good enough. Then we make sure we appoint you as an agent. So part of the services to which agents offer to our customers is, of course, customers can make a deposit at the agent. There can be a cash withdrawal at the agent. There can be a balance inquiry. And maybe you can also ask for account opening, because we do what we call raw account origination. So you can fill some forms, drop there for the bank to do the full KYC and open accounts. You can also make some other inquiries by the agents. Given that the agents are doing these services on behalf of the bank, there is a compensation mechanism which the bank has instituted to compensate the agents for some of those services which are offered, and mostly they are based on maybe the volume and value of the transaction. And that's how one becomes an agent. It's a platform which allows those also who are trading to earn a bit of an extra source of revenue, but also for the bank to spread how it provides these services, and also to increase its outreach.
Thank you so much. And because we are coming to the end of this discussion, maybe you can give us you can give those details to our viewer, the contacts, and also how we can get through to you.
Thank you so much. Before, maybe I may mention that part of the bank's goal is also to make sure that our SMEs are supported. And we know the struggle SMEs have gone through in this country, and one of it being access to finance. I will welcome most of the SMEs to get to visit us. We get to have a discussion on how to support them, because some of the products we have done, especially regarding around payments, access to credit facilities, which take their unique circumstances, because we know some of them may not have collateral or may not have security for their loans. So we have done very customized products for that segment. We also know that there are also other people who may want to access facilities to support, especially with the impact of COVID. We know institutions have been affected. Schools may want to expand the classrooms to comply with the Ministry of Education directives, expand their infrastructure, make sure there are additional water points and others. So we also try to welcome them, because we have solutions which can really facilitate some of those. Now, for the contacts, of course, I Denis am based at Cardinal Tunga Annex on the ground floor. And the contact for me is 020-515-511. that is for Denis, who is based at head office. But there is a mobile line, which is 0729 986 331. But also people can check on our website, that's www.caritas-mfp.co.ke. That's for our website. Because there are other inquiries which somebody may have, then which can be directed to info@caritas-mfp.co.ke. I think those are some of our contacts. And whenever maybe a call is done, I think we can be able to respond more to maybe specific inquiries.
Thank you so much, Mr. Denis. And before we wind up, I'm sure you have a message because, next week will be, a new year, 2021. You have that message to your viewer, to your, colleagues and also to your customers. Maybe you can send some message to them.
One, for our customers, we want to thank them so much for the support they have given the bank for the very many years, and particularly this year, which, however challenging it has been, we have also seen God's blessings. We want to wish them a happy new year, full of prosperity. We know next year will be a better year than this year. We want also to extend a good message to our staff who have supported the bank in a big way, to Kenyans who have also in a big way prayed for this country, also got to support the bank. And I also want to take this opportunity to wish partners such as Capuchin TV and all our partners Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, full of God's blessings. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And also thank you so much, Mr. Denis Ochenge, for making time for Capuchin TV. And also to Caritas Microfinance Bank. We say thank you to our viewer. Thank you also for making time on this discussion on the financial institutions and the topic. And you have been a good viewer and also been a good person to us and Capuchin TV. And we wish you a very happy new year, full of God's blessing. Remember to stay safe and to take care of yourselves, because we want to see you coming next year, 2021, and all the very best. Thank you so much, Mr. Denis, for making time for Capuchin TV.
Thank you.
And wishing you all the very best with the Caritas Microfinance Bank, as a big family you are.
Yeah, thank you for hosting me, and it is our pleasure to make sure that we are able to disseminate information to our customers and also get to build a better Kenya.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Maureen Kimani. Do have a lovely day. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. See you next time.
Caritas Microfinance Bank imejitolea muhanga kwa kuwawezesha Wakenya kupata fedha kwa urahisi ili kujenga rasilimali na kujiendeleza. Maisha ya jamii yamebadilika na kuimarika. Msingi wa jamii ni utulivu wa familia iliyoimarika. Ukiwa na mradi unayohitaji kuimarishwa, tuna utu. Karibu zungumze nasi. Caritas Microfinance Bank.